death lurk in the future. For I am the executioner of anxiety, and now you belong to me!
You know the drill, guys. We're back with everything we've got on this month's VR update, and next week's lineup is looking pretty stacked. From galaxy-hopping adventures to flat-out weird experiments, yes, even edible planets, there's a little something for every headset warrior out there. Let's dive into the best VR news and releases heading your way. Titan Isles. It's seriously shaping up to be one of those VR adventures where the scale alone makes you feel tiny. Cytic Games is dropping this co-op action title on September 25th, and it's all about teaming up to take down massive titans that have erupted from the core of the planet Tosca. You know, think of it as a vacation getaway, except the locals are skyscraper-sized monsters, and your tour guide is a giant mech suit. You'll have 4 exosuits to pick from: Storm, Hunter, Goliath, and Blink. They're packed with traversal tricks, jetpacks, grappling hooks, dashes, and weapons that fit the style. Storm gives you plasma pistols, Goliath brings the heavy shield and cannon, Hunter keeps it sharp with bows, and Blink is all about speed and precision with its Viper bolt. The fun is figuring out how to mix and match with friends in 4-player co-op, or, if you're feeling brave, going solo. The campaign spans different biomes across Titan Isles, so expect your fights to move from lush green lands to shattered ruins. Beyond the battles, there's a story to uncover about why these titans woke up in the first place, and how Tosca's future depends on you. Zix. If you've ever wanted your VR runs to feel like a fever dream that somehow makes sense, Zix is about to scratch that itch. Dropping into early access on September 18th, this roguelike is built around chaos as an art form. You're an acolyte of Zix, a cosmic deity who thrives on entropy, and every run feels like tossing logic into a blender and drinking the results. Before each run, you'll stir the cauldron and fuse blessings from 3 bizarre worlds. The outcomes? Sometimes hilarious, sometimes horrifying. Maybe enemies explode into turrets when they die, maybe you can heal double but never revive a friend, or maybe an unkillable beast stalks you through the map. The playthroughs birth new mechanics, new dangers, and plenty of what just happened moments. Combat leans into flow with the custom First Instinct system, just dashing, wall running, hurling weapons, and chaining attacks in ways that make you feel like the stunt coordinator of your own action movie. Runs can be solo or with up to 2 friends, and spectators on PC can drop in to toy with your fate. Gift or curse, blessing or sabotage, Zix thrives on unpredictability.
このちょっと傷んで危うい匂いのするマグロをぶつけますよ。
Sushi Ben VR. How about a life inside a slice of life anime while also fighting to save sushi from corporate doom? Sounds good? Then Sushi Ben has you covered. Landing on September 18th, this narrative VR adventure drops you into Kotobuki Town, a seaside community under siege by greedy land sharks who want to shut down the local sushi bar. Naturally, it's up to you to rally the townsfolk and make sure the sashimi survives. The story comes from Hato Moa, the creator of Hatoful Boyfriend, so expect heartwarming charm laced with delightful weirdness. The presentation leans into 3 D-manga panels that literally pop out around you in VR, bringing the tale to life with flair. It's like being inside a comic that can't decide if it's wholesome or totally unhinged, and I mean, that's the point. Beyond the story, Sushi Ben packs a ton of mini-games: fishing, archery, dog walking, even ghost hunting. The activities tie into earning trust from the locals and building relationships, which eventually strengthens your stand against the land sharks. With 8+ hours of story and plenty of extra side activities, Sushi Ben is really the whole banquet.
This is a journey of bonding, healing, and peril. A journey that belongs to you, traveler, and your little monster, Moti.
My Monsters. Some VR games want to thrill you, some want to challenge you, and then there's My Monsters, a game that wants to crawl inside your head and paint your emotions in vivid strokes. Launching this September, Ludact's hand-painted VR action-adventure pulls you into Anirium, a surreal dream world where every brushstroke feels alive. The world will feel like a mirror, reflecting struggles like fear, loneliness, and anxiety. You won't be wandering this landscape alone, though. Alongside you is Moti, your timid inner monster who can't quite remember where he came from. Together you'll fight off shadowy enemies, solve puzzles, and piece together fragments of a story that's as much about healing as it is about adventure. The bond with Moti is at the core of the experience. Sometimes he needs your courage, other times you'll rely on his quirks to push forward. The stages peel back layers of this emotional journey, with some occasional combat, problem solving, and quiet moments of reflection. And visually, the game is entirely hand-painted, which gives it a storybook quality unlike anything else in VR. My Monsters looks to be more than just another action adventure and should definitely be on your radar. And that's all for the new releases this month. Let's get into what else is happening. Star Wars MR hits Quest 3. Lucasfilm and ILM are bringing a fresh slice of the galaxy to your headset with Star Wars Beyond Victory, dropping October 7th for Quest 3 and Quest 3S. This $19.99 mixed reality playset is all about storytelling, pod racing, and sandbox creativity into one package. And it looks like a solid excuse to clear your calendar. The game is set during the Empire's reign, casting you as Volobulus, a rising pilot under the mentorship of pod racing legend Sebulba. Adventure mode gives you the full cinematic story treatment, while arcade mode shrinks the action into your living room with holotable-style races you can replay endlessly. Then there's playset mode, which feels like handing you a box of digital Star Wars toys, characters, vehicles, and props you can drop into your real-world space to craft your own chaotic scenes. Add in a recognizable voice cast. Yes, even Bobby Moynihan is in on this one. And it sounds like Quest players are about to get one of the most playful Star Wars VR experiences yet. Switch gets Virtual Boy add-on. Nintendo is dusting off one of its most infamous consoles, but this time it's not a retro re-release. It's an accessory. The company has announced an official Virtual Boy attachment for both Switch and the Switch 2. Expansion Pack subscribers will be able to slot their console into the headset to play a curated collection of Virtual Boy classics. The original Virtual Boy, launched in 1995, touted as Nintendo's first 3D gaming system. It never took off, thanks to its red-only graphics, lack of head tracking, and a design that left most players with more neck strain than nostalgia. Still, the system holds a quirky place in gaming history, and now it's making a comeback in accessory form. 2 models are on the way: a $100 plastic version with a stand and a $25 cardboard edition, reminiscent of Nintendo Labo VR. Both use your Switch as the display and brains, with the accessory providing lenses and housing. Switch Lite isn't supported though. It's retro, it's weird, and it's very Nintendo. Surviving Mars Pioneer fully released. After a stint in early access, Surviving Mars Pioneer has now landed in full release on Quest and Steam, and it's finally touched down on PSVR 2 as well. Developed by Bulwark Games, this VR spin on the popular strategy title strips away the top-down view and throws you directly into the Martian dust. Your mission is straightforward in theory: keep your colony alive. But as anyone who's played knows, survival on the Red Planet is anything but simple. The full release introduces plenty of upgrades, starting with a reworked building system that connects structures more seamlessly. You'll also find new options for roofs, grounds and connectors, plus underground cave networks waiting to be explored. Stick it out long enough, and there's now a proper narrative ending to reward your endurance. Achievements have also been added across platforms, and Quest 2 owners can now jump in. Over on PSVR 2, the game takes advantage of headset haptics, controller feedback, eye tracking, and a smooth 90 Hz refresh rate, making this the most polished version yet. While it's a slower-paced survival sim that might test your patience, fans of careful planning and long-term payoffs will probably find plenty to dig into here. Smash Eat Grow Multiplayer Chaos. If you've ever wanted to stomp around Earth like a hungry alien and eat literally everything in sight, Smash Eat Grow might just be your new obsession. Developed by XR Games and Obstinate, this free-to-play multiplayer title is heading to Quest soon, launching first in early access. You're basically a smasher, an alien creature with a bottomless appetite, set loose on a fully edible version of our planet. Cities, landscapes, and even other players are all fair game. The more you consume, the bigger you get, and with size comes power. Smaller smashers on the map? They're just another snack waiting to be devoured. You can punch, grab, throw and scarf down just about anything to climb the food chain and cement yourself as the ultimate smasher. The developers are planning a long-term roadmap shaped by player feedback, with promises of new maps, modes, powers, and plenty of customization options. Obstinate's founder, Storm Griffith, who previously worked on Onward, calls this a dream project, designed to give players a fully destructible and interactive city to wreck with friends. No firm release date yet, but early access on Quest is coming soon. And that's the scoop for next week. VR menus are serving variety with a side of chaos. If you're pod racing through Star Wars, surviving Mars in style, or munching your way across a digital Earth, the lineup is equal parts wild and wonderful. So which one's making it onto your wish list first? Drop your picks, strap in, and get ready for another week of virtual madness. Same time, same place, we'll keep you updated.
I know what you're gonna say, and I am being careful. I am.
And they're off. Whoop!